impromptu dance, and we're going to take on the metro. So I don't know if this is going to work because we're going underground, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. If it does, it does. So we have to use a card, a Navigo card. So we're actually going Metro 11. We're actually going to Charlotte, and then we have to walk 24 minutes. So hi guys, we're in Paris, on the outskirts of Paris at the moment, and we are going to the Metro Charlotte. So we just follow Metro 11. Damn, we have to go downstairs. Look at these stairs. Crap. When I came to this metro with my big backpack and everything, I was like so joyful because we could go straight up the escalator. I didn't actually look back that I have to go back down later. So I'm leaving tomorrow back to Australia. So I'm Australian. Tell me if you can actually hear me. Okay, so we're going 11, and we're going to get off at Chatet. Let's put our little metro ticket away. Is that it? Run, Forrest, run! What timing is everything. Okay. So that was relatively easy. Sometimes it's not that easy because there's so many different tunnels and everything to go down. So you kind of need to know where you're going. So hi, if you just jumped on, I'm Dora from Australia, and we are on the French metro heading down to Paris. We just got on at Marie d'Ilias, which is just on the outskirts of Paris. I'll show you this. It shows you the next stop. So it's very civilized. So yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 stops. So I don't really want to film people obviously in the metro, so you're going to have to look at my ugly mug. And I'll show you when it stops.
احنا بس احنا الاثنين بس. طب ايه رأيك تعملي بس بالليل ولا تعملي الاكل بالليل لو انت صايمة؟
So there's lots of stairs at the metro. I did notice a couple of metros actually have the wheelchair symbol, so that they're obviously wheelchair accessible. But then a lot of them are not wheelchair accessible, and there's just lots of stairs. So if you're carrying your luggage, I've seen people like dragging bags up and down the stairs. So having a backpack is very, very beneficial when you're in Paris. Hey Paul, you're back. Yes, I'm back. I can't believe it's actually working under the metro in the metro. So I actually need to plug in because I've obviously been using a lot of battery. Let's just hope that I actually have my battery pack. That'd be tragic if I didn't. Trust me, I have. I've got 2 of them. Can you hear me okay? Have you plugged in? Okay, this is the next one. PlayStifx. PlayStifx. So next one is Jordian. Okay, so you can hear me okay. So we're in France on a metro and it works. I'm doing a live under the French ground, literally. How funny is that, eh? So, my morning's been awesome. I had the best sleep ever. The house that I'm staying at had shutters that wind down, so like no natural light could come in. I don't normally sleep like that, but hey, I'm sleeping how they sleep. And my God, I woke up at 9 a.m. Unheard of. So that was pretty cool to wake up at 9 a.m. Well rested. I don't have the big bags under my eyes today. Poor me, poor traveller. And then the family that I'm staying with, they've got 2 boys and they're going to a fete somewhere downtown in Paris. Apparently all the streets are locked off where they're going and they've got like rides and picnics and all the kind of things. So they're doing that, so they left, and then I felt obligated to kind of clean up a bit, like they'd left in a hurry, so all their like plates and stuff were out in the kitchen, so I cleaned it all up and I vacuumed the floor. And I had a nice housemate. And then I basically left. I did hear some church bells ringing, which meant, call to prayer basically. So I went and found the church. It was a very modern church. I think it was Catholic, I don't know particularly. But we just jumped in and caught a little bit of the service. Enough to, when they were handing out, they were walking around asking for donations. And how's this? They actually have, like, you can press like €1, €2, €50, whatever, and then you tap your card. So automatic donations at the church. Never seen that before, but hey. So it's so funny, I'm not even religious, and this is the 4th Sunday that I've been to a church. Last week I was in Lyon and went to a church service, literally just walked past, it was a Catholic church. The week before that I was on the island of Savahi in Samoa and went to a cute village church. And the week before that I was on the main island of Samoa and went to the local church and then had an amazing lunch that they do in Samoa on a Sunday. So I kind of said to myself, should I go to an Australian church next Sunday because I'll be home? So I feel like I'm obligated, like just because I'm on holidays, I should go to a church. But I like going to churches just to hear the singing in a different, country. So I feel like maybe I should go to a church. What do you reckon, Paul? Should I go to a church in Australia next weekend? I think I'm going to, just to finish off my gratitude, so to speak, of my trip. So we can look into another train. Who knows where they're all going? So Paul, have you been to Paris before? Or whoever's on the live, have you been to Paris before? Have you caught the metro? Goncourt, Hospital St. Louis. So there must be a hospital here, I'm guessing. So I just jumped on Dora from Australia, and we are on the metro going down to Paris downtown. So it's very easy to catch, and I'm laughing because it's so funny that I'm doing a live under the ground, under Paris. How funny is that? So it is 13:31, so 1:31. I'm meeting a friend at 2 o'clock at the Museum d'Orsay, a museum, okay? And I am 5 stations away from Chalette. And then from Chalette, I have to do a 24-minute walk. So I might be late to meet up with my friend, but that's okay. This is Republic. So a lot of people on that side. Being mindful, I don't want to show people whilst they're sitting across from me. So that's why you get my mug. So, funny story. No, I haven't been to Paris. Okay. Funny story. 25 years ago, I first went backpacking, and I decided that it would be a really good idea to do 3 months backpacking in Europe, solo. I was 25, I think 24 and a half or something like that. So it was quite an experience. And my first country I got to was France. Obviously, flying into Heathrow, coming over the boat from Dover to Calais, and then I had a Eurail pass because I was under 26. So under 26, you get a kind of, I can't remember how much I paid, but it wasn't too expensive, and it gave you cheap train tickets on all the main trains, not the metros, but like the trains going around from country to country. But you couldn't get a reservation. So basically what happened is you get on the train and you basically have to stand up if it's booked. But anyway, it was an experience. But the first stop I went to was Lille, a place called Lille, which is famous for World War II or One, I don't know. A war, okay. And it's very Flemish because it's right next to Belgium. And they don't speak much English, but I didn't know that at the time, and I don't speak any French. I have grade 8 French, which is really bad. So parlez-vous English is my best sentence, or je m'appelle Dora, my name is. And I know that piscine means pool. And ménage à trois means, okay, no. So anyway, my French is shit, okay? And so I got to Lille, and in the train station I couldn't figure out how to use the map. I think I was stressed, tired, everything, overwhelmed. And I tried to get people, I'm like, parlez-vous English, bonjour, parlez-vous English, and no one would talk to me. Like, everyone would just walk past me. I was like absolutely frazzled. So I rang my dad. I don't know how, I must have figured out how to buy a phone card, and rang my dad, and I started bawling my eyes out. And I'm like, this is just too hard. No one speaks English. Oh my God. And yeah. So, okay, we're at Rambuteau. I have no idea. Centre Georges Pompidou. Okay, we're at Georges Pompidou. I'm joking, I don't know. The centre of Georges Pompidou. So next stop is Hotel de Ville. I think that's a really pretty hotel. I can't remember, but I do remember walking past it 25 years ago, and it was really, really pretty. So Paris is huge, okay, like massive. And yeah, so I'm meeting up with a friend. Oh, forget my story. I rang my dad, and he said, look, you're in a really small little town. It's not touristy. Get on the train and go to a city like France, like Paris. So Paris was my first stop on my European adventure for 3 months. And I got to the train station, and I'm kind of in the metro trying to figure out how to use the metro, and I couldn't understand how to work it because I'd never used a train system like this ever. And I just was like beside myself again, going, parlez-vous English? and a few people ignored me, and then someone stopped, and it turned out to be an American girl that was living in Paris for a bit, so she could speak French, and obviously she's experienced in the Paris ways. She knew I looked frazzled, so she took me out of the train station, said, let's go to McDonald's. We sat in McDonald's, and she just said, look, it's not that hard. This is how the metro works, blah, blah, blah. You just buy some tickets. You don't even buy tickets now. You do buy tickets, but you put it on a card. And that gesture just settled me. I got to my backpackers, and then I travelled 3 months around Europe, and the rest is history, 62 countries later, here I am, and we are in Châtelet. Okay, so we're going to go out. Sortir means out. Okay, right, so did you go to the, what do you call it? What's it happens in the Munich Festival, isn't it? Okay, and we just go out. We don't have to show anything, we just go out. Sortie die Villa. We're just going to go out this way. Okay, let's show you where we are. Okay, we are here. My last backpackers was down here. And we've got to walk across the road and down this way somewhere. All right. Well, guys, congratulations. You caught the metro with me, because now I've got to figure out where I've got to go. So obviously I need my phone for that. So thanks for watching. Yeah, Oktoberfest. That's it. So thanks for watching. I probably will do a live again, but I don't know when. But yeah, I need to look at my phone to know where I'm going, because I have to go. Bye. Anyway, if you like this live, like it please and subscribe. But check the last live out, saying check out this guy, he's so cute or something, where I do a live dance with him. It's so cute.